created the sound of summer, but lived through a nightmare, Brian Wilson's dark secrets. He gave us the soundtrack to an endless summer, but behind the sweet harmonies and beach vibes, Brian Wilson's life was a storm of abuse, madness, and misunderstood genius. This is the untold truth of the man behind the Beach Boys, a legend who created joy while drowning in pain. Get ready, because what you don't know about Brian Wilson will blow your mind. Born in Inglewood, California in 1942, Brian was a musical prodigy. He could pick out melodies on the piano before he could properly ride a bike. But while the world would one day hear music in his ears, at home, all he heard was the anger of his father. Murray Wilson, Brian's dad, was violently abusive. He beat his son so badly, he caused permanent hearing loss in one ear. Imagine that, a future musical legend with only one good ear. At 19, Brian formed the Beach Boys with his brothers Dennis and Carl, cousin Mike Love, and friend Al Jardine. The group blew up faster than a beach ball in July. Surfing USA was everywhere. Teens were hooked. America was vibing. But while fans danced in the sun, Brian was spiraling in the dark. In 1966, Wilson dropped a bombshell, Pet Sounds. Not just an album, a symphony of emotions. Critics didn't get it, but guess who did? The Beatles. Yep, Sgt. Pepper was inspired by Brian's genius. But genius comes at a price. While everyone else was riding the wave of fame, Brian quit touring, locked himself in the studio, and started talking to dogs and his piano, which he placed in a giant sandbox. You heard right, a sandbox in his house. Because apparently, beach vibes never die. The pressure, the expectations, the trauma, it all hit Brian like a tidal wave. He gained over 100 pounds, isolated himself, and suffered from hallucinations. He was once found lying in bed for days, refusing to speak. Cue Dr. Eugene Landy, a psychologist who took full control of Brian's life. We're talking 24/7 surveillance, medication overload, and even songwriting credits. It was less therapy and more legal kidnapping. But Brian wasn't done yet. In the 90s, he fought back. He cut ties with Landy, lost weight, went to therapy, and wait for it, finally released Smile, the album he'd abandoned in the 60s. He won Grammys, got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and most importantly, found love. He married Melinda Ledbetter and adopted 5 children. The man who once couldn't face the world found a family and peace. In 2024, tragedy struck again. Melinda, his rock, passed away. And in 2025, Brian Wilson, the man who shaped American pop, died at 82. But his legacy? Untouchable. He turned pain into poetry, trauma into timeless tracks. And even when his mind betrayed him, his music never did. So next time you hear God Only Knows or Wouldn't It Be Nice, remember the genius, the suffering, and the story behind the smile. If this story moved you, hit that like button. Got thoughts? Drop a comment below. We read every single one. And hey, for more raw, real, and riveting celebrity stories, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell.